And we are live. Welcome back to Chart Striker, everybody. This is your host, Dana. So, we're gonna get straight into things. Like I told you, Tuesday, well, my time, Wednesday right now, because it is AM. But I did tell you it's gonna get interesting in 24 to 48 hours. So, 48 hours complete. So, let's get into it. So, Bitcoin bulls, let me just start by saying Bitcoin bulls are still fighting back. The fight is not over. Okay, so we're gonna discuss what's been going on, what is going on, what the outcome is like most likely, and so on and so forth, right? Besides that, I want to welcome each and one of you, welcome back to the show, and those of you who are new, welcome also to the show. I hope all of you have had a good day so far. Now let's continue. Okay, so daily candle close. We had our daily candle close almost 40 minutes ago now. It is still going sideways. It is still going sideways. It feels like I've been saying this for what, 2 weeks almost now. So action still is consolidation. Okay, not much has changed when it comes to that point. And we still have some positive divergence, going on. It's developing. It doesn't mean we can't, come any lower. But at the moment, we're still within the channel, okay? This candle kinda, closed right below the channel, but we have to be a bit flexible. It's still, good, not bad, not that bad. I mean, it doesn't look that horrible. Hold on. Let me just make sure the volume and everything is the way it should be. Let me know if the music is too high or something, because it sounds good, but I'm not sure. Okay, so Bitcoin bulls still trying to do something. They're still, fighting back the bears. Like, that is not over yet. So this neutrality we've been seeing, for a few weeks now is still going on, all right? It's still going on. There's a fight going on between the bulls and the bears. It's very clear. There was some pressure from the bears, a few days ago, but the bulls are still, kind of managing, to hold these levels. In some way, they're managing. On the 4-hourly time frame, there's a nice chance that since yesterday, like I've been seeing that the bears were starting to get a little exhausted. They were starting to get exhausted, or they got exhausted. Just because we pulled down, it doesn't, mean they're done, or they've got their, fuel back. So looking at this one, we kind of had some type of a fake out, to the downside on the 4-hourly time frame at least, but we're back above it. Now we do have some first resistance around this level between 30,200 to 30,450-ish, 460-ish. I think we've spoken about this level before. Remember, around these levels we had a bit difficulty getting above it, so it was some type of resistance. Then we broke above it a little bit, and then we came back down. Okay, now that is the first resistance that I'm seeing for the hourly and the 4-hourly time frame, meaning the shorter time frames. MACD is trying it's trying to curl up. So if you get a bullish MACD crossover with the nice divergence that we're seeing on the daily as well, and so on and so forth, yes, it could give it a push to this level. Any 4-hourly candle close, any hourly candle close above this area, yes, it could take us a bit higher to at least 30,600-ish, somewhere around these levels. Okay, so point short, let's keep it short. The point is the bulls are still fighting back. Now it looks like there's a lot of pressure from the bears. We've been going on sideways for a while. Every time we come to this level, it gets pushed back down. So there is a lot of pressure from the bears. Okay, do not get me wrong, there is a lot of pressure from the bears, but the bulls are still fighting back. Now let's go to the usual chart that we usually use, this one. On the daily time frame, still like major levels would be around the loss of 29,000 when it comes to support. On the 4-hourly, it's a bit different. On the 4-hourly, our support is around 29,400-ish, 29,350. Any close below that level, yes, it could take us to that loss of 29,000. If that support fails to hold for the daily time frame, then yes, we could pull a bit lower. Let me just bring this out. Hold on. this one, maybe this one. Yep. Why I wanted to bring this one forward is because, you know, I wanted you to see the MAs as well. That is kind of aligning with what, you know, we're talking about, looking at this chart right here, this one, right? So yeah, if it fails to hold this 29, you know, thousand level, okay, on a daily time frame, we see any close, you know, below 29,100, 29,000, then yes, there is a high probability that we can come all the way down to 28.3-ish. No, it's very possible. 28.3, 28.5, very possible. Okay, so that is what's going on with Bitcoin, and we can move on to the next one. Ralph, how you doing? It's been a while. We haven't seen you. Seem like you've been busy. Either way, glad to have you back to the usual. Okay, let's have a look at Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum so far, the you know, TA has been respected. Like, we can't complain. Like, rejected at resistance, fine. This support, you know, on the 4-hourly time frame is acting as you know, a good support so far. Looking at the daily, looks like there is some type of demand around these levels. That is not a bad thing. We do have some negative divergence on the oscillators. I think, hold on, I kind of skipped. Did I skip? You guys get it, okay? There's positive divergence, you know, developing on, you know, Bitcoin's daily time frame. Everything else is negative. Looking at the oscillators, you know, MACD, histogram, and so on and so forth. RSI is still above neutral. That is good. Now let's move on. So Ethereum, we do have some negative momentum, you know, on the oscillators like MACD, bearish, and so on and so forth. But RSI is also above neutral, which is not good. Excuse me, which is good. I was just, you know, I got a bit unfocused because YouTube trying to irritate me again. But okay, we're back to normal. So RSI is still above neutral, which is a good thing, and we do have some type of positive divergence, you know, showing on the daily time frame, which is not a bad thing either, you know. Okay, I'm liking this so far. I'm not gonna like it that much if we see any daily candle close below 1,862, but we did discuss this. It is being respected. I spoke about it on Sunday, you know, us, you know, probably, you know, most like Ethereum most likely to come down to these levels if certain things happen, and it did happen. So we came to that level we spoke about, and that is pretty much it. Looking at the moving averages, looks like short term wants to go below the midterm, which is not a good sign for the bulls. But on the shorter time frames, guys, this support is holding. Like, it's not like I haven't drawn it, you know, when it happened or after it happened, so you can't see it, you know, right, you know, below the price, but you get the idea, right? So when it comes to resistance, first resistance for this one is around 1,920. Back to that number again. Like, we're never gonna get rid of it, at least not for now, not for the short term, and all the way to 1,940-ish. Okay, so yeah, that is still those, you know, let's be a bit flexible. Between 1,920 to 1,950 is the resistance on the shorter time frames. If we can see a close above that level, at least above 1,950, like there's a nice chance we could go back to at least, you know, 1,990 to all the way to 2,000. We do have some type of resistance on the hourly around this level, just mind you, so you're aware. So for us to get to that level around 1,990 to 2,000, we need to see an hourly close at least above this one first, which is around 1,966. Okay, There's some nice divergence developing. Well, it's already developed, it's already playing out. We do have some positive divergence on the hourly. There is no negative divergence yet, but there is gonna be negative divergence if we fail to close an hourly candle above 1920. Okay, simple. On the 4-hourly, let's see if there's anything interesting going on here. Also some positive divergence developing on the 4-hourly time frame, which is not a bad thing. Like, all this is good. Now we just gotta see, you know, some fuel come in, you know, to the bull side, you know. Like, let's see if they step in and do something, right? Okay, so I've been, this is why I've been, you know, pretty much neutral when it comes to Bitcoin. And yeah, short term, I did say consolidation, like, you know, corrections and so on and so forth. That is very possible. But looking at the daily, looking at the weekly, still, let's see. I'm giving it like some time. I'm not ignoring though all the negative divergence that I see, you know, when it comes to different, you know, time frames when it comes to Bitcoin. Looking at Ethereum, maybe it's the same. Let's have a look. Okay, weekly negative negative momentum on the oscillators. On the daily, nothing special there. 5-day, there was some nice divergence. It kind of played out. Nothing, I don't see anything else that's telling us something really on the 5-day. 4-day, okay, there is negative momentum also, but there are signs of some positive divergence, you know, on the 4-day. Thing is, it's kind of already played out. Okay, let's have a look at the 3-day. No negative divergence on this one, or is there? Hold on. Yeah, we do have some negative divergence on Ethereum. Unfortunately, this is on the 3-day. We're just trying, you know, to get in depth of what's going on, different time frames. Let's see, 2-day. Yeah, 2-day. Yeah, this is not looking beautiful. On the 2 days, it's not looking beautiful. Also some negative divergence on Ethereum's chart. On, like, yeah, that 4-hourly resistance kind of goes for the 2-day as well. So okay, so now we know that too. Look, I believe a correction is like around the corner. The question is, especially when it comes to Bitcoin, are we gonna see it, you know, bounce off these levels? For example, break above, let's say, the heart line. Where is the heart line? Hold on. There you go. You know, break above this heart line, you know, get to the top of the channel, and then a breakout to get us to these levels at least, you know, that 32,300-ish, you know, dollars. That is the question. At the moment, looking at the 4-hourly, there is a chance we go a little bit, you know, higher. But the important question is, again, the most important question is, can we see a daily candle close above this level, which is around 31,800-ish? If that happens, guys, there is a very, very decent chance we go all the way up here. Okay? All right, let's move on. Let's have a look at some altcoins. Those of you who are missing, like who are not in Discord, you're missing out. Because when the stream is done, when I'm not streaming, like, the discussions continue on there. You know, we share insights, you know, setups and so on and so forth, you know, discuss setups and so on and so forth. I mean, so yeah, if you want to join, you know, the link is in the video description, so make sure, you know, to just, you know, join us. You're always welcome. So yeah, let's have a look. Yesterday I spoke about this one. This was on Discord. And boy, was it beautiful. Boy, was it beautiful. Some people, you know, had a look, and, you know, when opportunities come, they don't come every day, you know, not these, you know, types. But this one was beautiful. I posted this on Discord when it was around 0.592, right? And since then, it's been like, we see some type of support right around these levels at the moment. But it's been respected. It was a nice one. Like, it's beautiful when you catch them in time, and then you just ride them all the way down or all the way up, whichever side it may be going, right? So this one is done now, but yeah, I'm gonna be posting, you know, more of those juicy stuff, you know, for Patreons. But right now, since Patreon is still fixing stuff, some things, so I'm just posting it in general for everybody else to you know, get a piece of my insight or opinions or setups or whatever. Okay, let's have a look at some others now. Cardano. This is beautiful. Cardano is beautiful at the moment. So this is what's going on, guys. This ascending triangle that we discussed, especially with those of you on Discord, this resistance kind of acted as what? Resistance flipped to support, right? We had a nice pushback from the bulls around these levels, which is beautiful, just beautiful, right? There is no signs of any positive divergence. There are signs of some negative divergence. It's only gonna become invalid if we see a close above. You see this red line right here, just somewhere above, you know, 0.39-ish, and I'm just rounding it off. Any close above that level on a daily time frame, then the positive divergence or the negative divergence that we are seeing build is gonna become invalid, okay? But this one is looking beautiful at the moment. Awesomeness. So first resistance is right around these areas. Hold on, maybe I should draw a box. First resistance on the 4-hourly time frame, okay? Right around these levels. But this is looking beautiful. If we see a 4-hourly candle close, you know, with strength, a bit of a push, this could continue probably to these areas, okay? So I'm just gonna mark this one first. Change this one to R2. No, I don't want to change it, but okay. There's a reason to why I don't want to change it, so I think I'm just gonna do this. Okay, awesome. Now it makes sense. There we go. This also makes sense. Awesome. This Cardano is looking beautiful though. Cardano's looking beautiful. Prior daily candle close was awesome. You can clearly see the bull stepped in at, you know, prior resistance levels, pushed it back up. We still have, you know, positive momentum on the oscillators, like MACD is still bullish and so on. So this is beautiful. Let's have a look at the hourly. Hourly will be closing in a minute, and looks like it's closing with strength right now. So not bad either. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, if it manages to close above 0.3 or ish, most likely that it, you know, continues a little bit more. Otherwise, if it closes anywhere below 0.314-ish, yeah, that there is some negative divergence that could be respected, okay? RSI is in awesome territories that favor the bulls on the hourly. On the 4-hourly, we see that there is some nice divergence also on this one. Like, I'm liking the things that we are seeing for Cardano at the moment when it comes to the shorter time frames. So positive divergence developing. MACD is trying to curl to the upside, which is not bad. RSI back above neutral, also good. So a lot of things, you know, look like they could favor the bulls on the shorter time frames, and this is not a bad thing. Awesomeness. Yeah, so that's pretty much ADA, you know, without going in depth and so on and so forth. And when it comes to the daily, let's have a look. Yeah, major resistance for the daily is all the way up here still, but before that happens, we need to get above, you know, that 4-hourly R2 and hourly R1 and so on and so forth, right? Because we're not gonna go straight up. By the way, hold on, this should be changed. I'll tell you why in a minute. That R2 resistance should actually be around these levels, okay? Yes, the other one is a mini obstacle, but it's not a major resistance, okay? So I'm gonna do this. Okay? So, for us to get to this level, to these areas, right? Around, let's say, that red line or 0.38-ish levels, you need to see a 4-hourly candle close right around these areas, okay? Hold on. Right around 0.35. If we can see a 4-hourly candle close above that level, awesomeness, awesomeness. Then, yeah, see around these levels eventually, or see Cardano around these levels eventually. But 4-hourly, look, there is no positive momentum on the histogram yet. Like, it's about to go there if this, you know, action continues. So this is not a bad thing. So let's see if we can break above this level. Most likely we might reach it, but let's see, you know, if we break above it. That's the important thing. If we see a breakout to the upside with some follow through, of course. Okay, let's move on. Ralph, thank you for keeping note of what we've gone through so far. And those of you who are watching, if you're enjoying the show, you know, so far, finding it to be educational and entertaining, you know, at the same time, do make sure to hit that like button. Make sure it works, like Ralph tells us sometimes. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Next. So I've heard that BNB is gonna get burned again, you know. Now and then they do burn. There is so there is some, you know, hype starting to build around BNB again, just because, you know, it's burning time soon. On the daily, sure, there is some type of, you know, positive divergence, you know, developing. That negative divergence already, you know, happened. It already played out. In other words, we are holding above this level around that $240. Any close below this level, yes, then lower we go, right? But so far it's holding. RSI is below neutral on the daily, unfortunately. But on the 4-hourly, there are clear signs that the bears are losing steam, which is not a bad thing, okay? Not a bad thing. RSI is below neutral right here, but there's some positive divergence, guys, okay? There is some positive divergence going on that is developing. As long as we do not see a 4-hourly candle close below $237, it is fine. If that happens, we go lower to that, low of the daily, same one, okay? But I can see clearly that bears are kind of getting exhausted for BNB. This is not a bad thing. Okay, so let's talk about resistance. First resistance for the 4-hourly time frame. And then second one is, let's see now. Okay. And then third one is all the way right around this level, okay, the bottom of this box, right? As usual, any close above this level, any 4-hourly candle close above this area. Yeah, next resistance, top of the channel, okay? Top of the box. Awesomeness. For hourly, we do have some positive divergence, like already mentioned. On the daily, there is nothing, no signs on the oscillators, like MACD is still bullish. That's the only thing. On the hourly, no signs of any negative divergence as well. Positive momentum on the oscillators, RSI above neutral. It's good, so far so good right now. Let's just see if we can, break above this resistance and then this resistance, and then we'll continue to the next one and so on and so forth. But now you're aware, like, BNB is feeling a little bit better than what it did, past, do I dare to say, weeks. Like, we've just been consolidating, right? Not much has happened. Mago, welcome to the show. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. Sometimes me myself, I can't make it in time. It happens, Mago. You're here. You made it. So no worries. So that's it, BNB. I think we're done, right? When it comes to support, I already mentioned also what we need to hold. And if we fail to hold that level, around this levels, and if our hourly candle close below this area, I think even hourly, let me just draw a line here so you guys are aware. Same thing on the hourly, okay? Any close below this level on the hourly time frame, then yes, we go a bit lower, okay? All right, let's move on. Next one. I don't know how many of you was watching this when we spoke about this, support on the weekly time frame. Now we do see like there is something trying to happen around that support level, right? Okay, on the weekly, we're starting to see a little bit like small signs that the pairs are getting exhausted. Just, small signs, but nevertheless, it is signs, right? So let's see if it turns out to be, true, like if it's not, something fake. Okay, on the daily, this is not looking that bad, but let's talk about resistance. Okay, let me just hide this, too many drawings. I'm just removing those who have already been respected, right? No need to have them here. Maybe this one. This is fine. Okay, so support you already know. This is still support. Nothing has changed when it comes to ApeCoin. This is still, major support levels, okay? When it comes to resistance, let's talk about resistance instead. We already broke above one major resistance on the 4-hourly time frame. Let me just show you where. Actually, we haven't broken out. We're right around that level. Okay. So we need to see, in other words, we need to see a 4-hourly candle close above this level, okay, for us, to go a little bit higher to at least, 2.25-ish, 2.3-ish, areas, right? So we are at resistance at the moment. We're gonna be zooming in to see what else we can take out. But first, daily positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bullish. RSI is trying to get above neutral, which is not a bad thing, okay? Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. Positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI above neutral. Good. MACD good also. There was some positive divergence that is kind of playing out at the moment. This is not bad. Okay, so next resistance is all the way here, okay? Awesomeness. Let's have a look at the hourly as well. Okay, you see, now I'm seeing something interesting. So I already said we were at resistance looking at the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, now I also see that we have some negative divergence, developing on the hourly time frame. So if we see, like, it could pull back, like, it's fine. But if we see any hourly candle close below somewhere around, $2, 2.09, like 2.1-ish, somewhere around that level, then yeah, we could, pull back all the way to these areas, these areas, very possible. Loss of, 1.9, somewhere around that level. But looking at the daily, I can't hate on this, really. I cannot hate on this. It's not looking that bad. But we are at resistance. If there's no 4-hourly candle close above this level, guys, above 2.13-ish, 2.15-ish, there's a decent chance we go back to the lows of $2, you know, 1.9-ish, very possible, okay? Yeah, major resistance for the daily is gonna be around this level right here. First, around 2.3 to 2.5-ish. After that, next resistance is right around these levels, guys. Weird, I haven't marked it. And we're done. And we are done. Okay, what else? There was, I remember Howley, he said something about a coin on Discord. I said that I would have a look at it when I'm live. Let me just try to find what it was called. SSV versus USDT. Hold on. So RSI below neutral. We are respecting some type of a channel, okay? On the 4-hourly, we do have, you know, some positive divergence. On the hourly, we were holding support, so we could come all the way to 18, well, you know, somewhere around $19, 18.99, $19, very possible. But major first resistance on the shorter time frame would be around this level. Hold on. First resistance right here. We got some obstacles right here. You're supposed to be seeing a drawing here. That's weird. Oh, okay, hold on. I was drawing it on the wrong chart. There we go. First resistance, okay. We got an obstacle right here for that first resistance as well. After that, we do have some resistance right by the heart line. Like any close above that level, then next resistance on the hourly is around $20. $20. On the daily, like resistance is all the way up here, around 20.2 to 20.4-ish, 20.5-ish. So Same thing for the 4-hourly as well. So hourly first, we need to get above this level. Second one, we need to get above that level as well. And then yeah, there's not much holding us until these areas. Should be like this. Okay. And if it breaks to the downside, like we see any, close below this hourly support right here, yeah, sure, we have the bottom of this channel, a little bit of something, but major support is all the way down here, okay? Somewhere between 16.86 to 15.66, and the next one, if this fails to hold, that is, next one would be around, 14.87, potential support, that is, to 13.66. Okay, so these two are potential supports. If we break below this panel, we see it act as some type of resistance, meaning this, the bottom of this channel, acts as some type of resistance. Yeah, then yeah, see, like we could eventually see it around these levels. Okay, all right, we are done with the SSV as well. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do Pepe. Not today. Not today. I think we spoke about it on Sunday, right? What's Bitcoin doing? Let's just have a look at what Bitcoin is doing. Chat, how are you feeling? How are you doing? How has trades been going? Negative divergence on the hourly developing at the moment. Not good. Not a nice not a nice sight. But it's not over on the 4-hourly at least. But yeah, hourly not looking that good. STG, old resistance, and acting as support at the moment. It's not looking that good though. Like at the moment on the daily time frame, looks like fears haven't lost steam completely. There is some positive divergence developing, but we'll see what happens. Let's give it a few days and we'll see what happens. On the 4-hourly, it's looking a bit better, but we're getting, close to that resistance area, right? Around 0.6584 all the way to 0.647-ish levels. Okay, so if we can see a close above this area, yes, then we could probably run to these levels, but on the daily, it's still looking so and so. Much better from the last time we talked. Your guidance has helped for sure. Thank you. My pleasure, especially when it's helping. Like my pleasure. Like it's awesome, Mago. It's good, when you see changes like to the better. When it comes to your journey, with trading, like it means you're going forward. You're not going backwards. You're going forward. Sometimes we do go, we fall off here and there, but the most important thing is that we're moving forward, mostly. So that's good to hear, Mago. Awesome. You see, we do have positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still bullish, but curling down, right? Curling down at the moment. RSI is still above neutral, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, that positive divergence is not a strong one. Like it's not a strong one developing. So I can't see that the bears are completely exhausted yet. Not even, you know, starting to yet really. On the 4-hourly time frame, it's a different story. But we're, you know, we're heading towards resistance. You know, all the way to 0.65. I mean, at around 0.65 levels. That is 4-hourly resistance. So we will see what happens. Because if we get rejected here, like most likely we come, you know, back down to test this level again. And if this fails to hold, then next resistance is at the lows of 0.6. Okay, if that fails to hold, we could go all the way to 0.58-ish, 0.59-ish, very possible, okay? So that's STG. Inch holding support still, first resistance. Now I have to change this. Now I have to change this. Actually, no, I don't have to change it. Just gonna do this instead. Hold on. Awesome. All right. But it's still holding support. We do have some positive divergence developing on the 4-hourly time frame. On the daily, that negative divergence is still playing out, unfortunately, okay? MACD is curling downwards. If it goes bearish, that negative divergence, this support might not hold. We might see it, you know, back around, you know, 8.3-ish. If that doesn't hold, then, you know, back to the lows of $8 again, you know, all the way to 7.8, very possible. So yeah, let's see what happens at resistance. That, you know, first resistance, right? Since we're seeing, you know, some positive divergence develop and so on and so forth, and support is holding beautifully. So yeah, we could go back up to these levels, but on the daily, it's not looking that healthy at the moment, okay? Unless like oscillators decide to, you know, follow the price action after we get a good continuation to the upside, then it's another thing. But yeah, we're just hovering around resistance, R2 daily time frame. If you think about it, and we also hit this resistance right here, right? Looking at this. Yep. That negative divergence is real. Yeah, but maybe shorter time frame, it could have a good time, you know? Maybe we can see a 3-4% up to the, you know, push to the upside, and then we'll see. Beautiful hammer. But not gonna talk about this one. Not gonna talk about this one. I was just looking, okay? Let's have a look at something else instead. XRP. Weekly still looking beautiful, but do not forget about that, negative divergence, that is developing. So we need to see a close above this area, this 0.93-ish for, that weekly. Actually, we need to see a close at least above 0.87, okay? A close above 0.87. Yeah, that negative divergence we're seeing could, become invalid, but until that happens, it's a bit tricky with this one, yeah? Looking at the daily, we do have, some positive divergence. MACD is bullish. RSI did reset itself, which is a good thing. Look, XRP is fine. As long as we do not see any close below, 0.65-ish, it is fine. Like, I cannot be... It's just consolidating at the moment. Problem is, if we get rejected, around these levels again, get rejected here again, yeah, there is a decent chance we just roll over, okay? Looking at the 4-hourly, we do have some positive divergence developing. Kind of, to some extent, it kind of already played out, but not really completely. At the moment, we are at resistance on the 4-hourly time frame. We are definitely at resistance. Like, it's not looking that strong, guys. I know it's been pushing up. It's up what, like 0.21% on the new day or something. But I can't say this is with strength. Like, it itches me to say, if it's gonna itch me if I say that this is looking very nice, very bullish, and so on. I can't. It's looking, it's a weak move from the bulls, okay? Let me put it that way. It is a weak move from the bulls, okay? Simple. This move right here, yes, maybe some like it because it's green candles and whatnot, but it is a weak move. It is a weak move from the bulls. And we are at resistance again. So first support for, at least on the hourly time frame, okay, for Ripple is right around these levels, right? That is, if we see a close below 0.77, then there's a nice chance we could go all the way down here, okay? Yeah, looks like we're gonna be rolling over on these levels. Like, there are too many signs saying that. Plus, this is not a strong move. This is not a strong move. This looks weak, super weak. Yeah, I know there is some positive divergence developing, but still, this move right here is pretty much, it's not a strong move from the bulls. Good, it went up a little bit, but that's it. Went up like 10%, from this level, from the bottom here to the top here. Good. But it's like not a strong move, okay? Not a strong move. Volume, I don't know where the volume went. Somebody called the volume back. It was there, then it wasn't there anymore. That's Ripple. That's Ripple. Okay, guys, do you have any requests? Any requests? Any assets you've been having a look at and been thinking, this one looks interesting? Stacks is keeps on being rejected by this level. Yeah, Ripple, it feels like it's being, forced up. That is another way to put it. Yeah, it's a weak move from, from the bulls, like pretty weak. Auli, welcome back to the show. Glad you made it. So we got the OGs live, you know, with us. Like, welcome, welcome all of you. So Stacks is it's been trying to break above this level, but it's been failing over and over, right? On the daily, there is some, you know, nice divergence, beautiful, and so on and so forth, but we need to get above this level, okay? On Stacks, for a nice move to the upside, we need to get above this level first, okay? I think it's the same. Yep, it is. Okay, so we need to get above this area first of all. And we got arm 1. Okay. And then in some miraculous way, when we see a daily candle close above, you know, $0.76, then the fun begins again. Because if that happens, friends, if that happens, then we're talking about these levels again, okay? There's not much holding us until these areas again, if that happens. So we need to see a close above 0.75. If that happens, see around 0.81 to 0.88. After that, back to these levels. But it's trying to break out. It's trying to break out. Okay, there is some positive, divergence developing and so on and so forth. And if I was to play this one, I'd rather play it in this way. Let me show you. Not financial advice. Okay, we're just talking about hypothetical, you know, setups, right? Something like this. You get it? You're following, friends? Something like this, okay? So yeah, that's Stacks. Any close below this level, I'd be a bit cautious. And then, you know, the rest of the story, like I said. If we see a close above this level, a 4-hourly candle close, a daily candle close, very awesome. Then there is some resistance around, you know, 0.8-ish, 0.79-ish. Just so you guys are aware. Otherwise, main one is all the way up here, okay? Awesomeness. So we're done with Stacks as well. Just before I leave Stacks, on the 4-hourly time frame, positive, you know, momentum on the oscillators. Nice divergence. Okay, so nice divergence has already developed. Okay, it's done developing. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna come out of this. Okay. All right, let's move on. The FX. Yeah, good idea. Let's have a look at that one. Yesterday it was trying to do things, but then it failed. It failed to, you know, break above that level. I think I discussed this on Discord. Like, it was trying, but then what happened? Next candle, you know, no follow through. If no follow through, then yep, whatever, right? So let's tweak this a little bit now, because it's time for the tweaking. Just to set everything straight. Okay, so we need to get above this level. Like, looking at the daily, still positive momentum on the oscillator. Still, this is not looking that horrible. Not only on the daily, guys, even on the weekly. This is not looking that bad. This is not looking that bad, okay? We have a beautiful divergence. A beautiful, beautiful divergence. That big wick wrecked me. Big wick where? This one? You mean on CFX, Howley? Weekly is still looking good. We got some positive divergence, whatnot. We're still holding, that, support area, this red dashed line. So we're still above it, still looking fine in that way, right? On the daily, positive momentum on the oscillators, like MACD is still fine, it's still bullish. Our size below neutral, that could get better. That could get better because we need this one, to go neutral on us as well. But then even the RSI is kind of holding, if you think about it, right? We can just do this. Right? Still holding. So, on the 4-hourly time frame, we also have some positive divergence developing around these levels. Like there seems to be some, look, we're going downwards, right? We're going downwards. Seem to be, this is probably some type of channel. Hold on, let me just remove this one. On the 4-hourly, the one that goes all the way to 0.177. 177? Hold on, we're gonna have a look at it. Oh, you mean this one? Ali, is it this one you're referring to? This candle right here? Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I was not completely convinced that it was gonna do something. It was trying. That's why, I said it's trying to do something. Let's see what happens. But I wasn't completely convinced yet. Thing is, all these, this area right here is levels of interest. All this level right here, right here is levels of interest. So yeah, it's tricky if you don't have, a good space, but for the stop loss, a little bit of space for it, to do what it needs to do, then yeah, it could wreck one. So I understand what you mean. It was a tricky one. It came down just, to turn back up and go back up again. This happens sometimes. It's okay. The important thing is, like we discussed earlier on Discord, that we bring back, what is lost, and we stay positive. We bounce back up on the horse and keep on riding it. Like keep on, looking for those nice opportunities. So it's going sideways. It's respecting some type of a channel. But yeah, like if I was to buy, remember when we were on these levels, I said, yeah, I wouldn't be jumping in just quite yet because I wanna look. I do see that the bear's starting to lose a little bit of strength, just a little bit, but I want to see more confirmations. There's a difference, right? I want to see more confirmations. And guess what? From looking like, they were losing a little bit of strength, then they came in again with this one, right? With this one again. So yeah, it's gonna take its time, but still, this level is a level of interest. In other words, if I was to get in, I'd rather be getting in around these areas instead of up here, right? That positive divergence that is developing is also nice. It doesn't mean it can't come back, all the way down here. It could, but I'm saying there is positive divergence developing. It's only gonna become invalid if we see a close below 0.1759, 0.176, then finito, okay? Until that happens, TFX is fine. There is no daily, if there's no daily candle close below this level right here, 0.17-ish, it is fine. If that happens, it's a different story, because then yes, we could, go all the way down here to 0.14-ish, 0.135-ish, very possible, okay? But this is, if I just remove all the noise, if I just do this and show you the weekly, this is not looking that bad. Like we're talking about, you know, we're at major support levels. Last time we bounced off this level, we kind of held, and this time, you know, it looks like we're holding so far, right? Notice. Okay, we're done with CFX as well. Maybe not. Let's talk about, you know, the shorter time frame resistance and so on. Because this is gonna take its time to build, okay? Those setups are gonna take their time. But luckily, the first one, before the first one got hit, I posted about it just before, you know, it started, you know, going nuts. A few hours before it started going nuts. On the hourly, our first resistance is right around this level. You see this white dashed line? Around 0.1877. Any close above that level, next resistance is around 0.19-ish. Areas after that, next resistance is all the way up here, okay? So yeah, we'll take it step by step, right? Awesomeness, CFX. Okay, what's this crazy one doing? Bitcoin. Hourly support is around 29,922. At least the first hourly support to 29,879. If we lose that one, yeah, back to that, you know, 29,750, 29,670 areas. Okay, chat, how are you doing? Any other altcoins you have in mind you've been having a look at? By the way, Howley, we did SSV, I think a bit like earlier, not so long ago. SSV. What else? Solana, there was a pennant we're following, right? What happened? We broke below it. Now we were, you know, respecting that old resistance as support, that old, you know, daily resistance. Looks like it's trying to do something now, but we have our first resistance around these levels. And second one all the way here. Yeah, I see signs of reversals for Solana, you know, around these levels. Sad that I didn't, you know, see it a bit earlier, but there were signs of reversals, hence we're, you know, seeing this level. Now let's see if we can break above this area and go to next resistance, right? That's the important thing now. Positive divergence on the oscillators, both oscillators, you know, telling us the same thing. We got some negative divergence. Yeah, eventually it's gonna be very important for Solana to close above that $38 mark. because we need to get rid of one of the negative divergences that is, you know, there. Like in the shadows, it's back there, but it's definitely there, okay? But this good. This is looking good. We broke down all the resistance acting as support. We have some other, you know, reversal, potential reversal indicators, you know, signaling something right now at the moment. There's some positive divergence. Like, okay, so that's that. Awesome. Done with Solana as well. Yeah, we had a look at Celo as well. We had a look at Celo. That one, I don't think we had a look. Okay, I gotta be fair. We haven't had a look, but we can have a look at it. I was just talking about how beautiful that setup was as well, but I didn't do any tea on that one. We can have a look at that one. Oh, it was so beautiful. Oh, it was fire. This one was fire. This one was fire. And I was so mad because I was having a look at it when it was actually around 0.6. But until I did some things myself and I, you know, made the image and then posted it and, you know, had to fix the logo and so on and so forth. It literally took a few minutes later when I just, you know, looked back at the screen. It was already around, you know, 5.92, 5.93, somewhere around that level. Then I panicked and I just, you know, sent it to Discord immediately. But this one was just beautiful. Okay, now on the 4-hourly time frame, we have some positive divergence developing. Okay, we are at support. We are at support. All this is support. All this, friends, is support. Okay, somewhere between 0.51 to 0.493. We got our support area on the 4-hourly time frame. Let's see. S1 or hourly. Cool. If this fails to hold, next support is all the way around 0.48 to 0.47. Okay. But on the 4-hourly, because daily can't do much, okay? I just said that the oscillators are positive, which is a good thing, right? MACD is still bullish, which is a good thing. RSI is still above neutral, which is also a good thing. Good thing meaning it's not completely over for the bulls. It doesn't mean, you know, it's not gonna correct here and there where people can take opportunity if they want, if they like to. That is what we did at least, right? On the daily, it's still looking fine-ish, really. Like not much to, because it's dropped in a day. It's dropped like in a day. I think it's dropped let's see now, almost 20% in one day. Okay, so we're back to support levels that fast. You know, crypto, this is what's good with crypto. Good and bad, you know, good and bad, you know, but things happen fast. Things happen fast. You don't have to wait 20 years for a move like this, right? So on the 4-hourly, we do have, you know, some positive divergence, but I don't see anything, you know, telling us that it's about to reverse. Okay, I don't see anything telling us that. All I see is we are at support. We could, you know, hover around these levels for a bit more, but I don't see anything telling us there's an immediate, you know, reversal action coming soon, right? Or that is around the corner at the moment. Okay, looking at least on the 4-hourly in real time, I don't see anything. Yeah, but the positive divergence, it is developing. Okay, on the hourly, also some positive divergence that developed, kind of, you know, playing out at the moment. MACD bullish, RSI below neutral, but our resistance, first one on the 4-hourly, is right around these levels. Okay, right below this this level right here. Okay, between 0.534 to 0.54-ish. Okay, that is resistance, right? We'll see if it starts consolidating at these levels, and if we start seeing, you know, that the bears are losing steam, okay, because this candle, prior daily candle close, is definitely not telling us they've lost steam yet, right? On the 4-hourly, I don't see any sense of any reversals at the, like, nothing. The only good thing that is starting to develop is some positive divergence, and that positive divergence is gonna be completely invalid if we see a close below 0.493. Okay, so any 4-hourly candle close below 0.493, that positive divergence is gone, right? It's gonna become invalid, which means this could push a little lower, maybe. If this, you know, if we see any 4-hourly candle close with a bit of strength below this level, yeah, then you know what's up. Or most likely to happen, okay? So, because nothing is a guarantee, we always have to remind ourselves. So we've had a look at Cello as well. This one was beautiful. Howley getting that, you know, like Discord. This is what I love with Discord. Now that, you know, we're a few more people, you know, sharing insights and so on and so forth, I'm also more motivated to share my setups, right? It's eventually gonna be mostly for the Patreons later on, but or soon-ish, because I already have, you know, Patreons and so on and so forth. But for now, I've decided to put it out there in the general, where everybody can, you know, take advantage of it. And it's not financial advice, it's just, you know, my own, you know, setups, my ideas. Then it's each to everybody, like your own, you know, your own self to decide what you want to do. Like, do you think you see something that I see, you think you don't? Like, that's up to each and one of us, right? Yeah, Howley came in with that 200, like those 3-digit percentages. Howley, fire back at you. My pleasure, my pleasure. It makes me happy, you know, to see that, you know, 3-digit percentages. Like, wow. It's normal, you know, for me to see, but now that I see it, you know, in the strikers community, it's like, you guys making me proud. I'm feeling proud. This is awesome. What else is there? We've had a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB, Ape, SSV, STG, INJ, XRP, STX, CFX, Solana, and Celo as well. Right? Like, it's the best feeling. It's the best feeling. Especially when it happens in a day or 3 days and so on and so forth. I mean, that is a good feeling. So good job, like, well done. Hats off to you. It's always, you know, it's also motivates other people, you know, it also motivates, because some people think it's impossible. It's impossible. Not if you catch something in time. Not if you catch it in time. If you catch it in time, and 70 to 80% you know that it could, you know, play out, 70 to 80% at least, because we can't ever be 100% sure, then yeah. And stop losses, very important, because, you know, trades can go the other way as well, you know. It doesn't have to be respected like every time, right? So hence we have stop losses, take profits, and so on and so forth. Bless you, Howley. Thank you. That puts a smile on my face. Thank you. You guys can probably see on the avatar and how I sound. Like, it puts a smile on my face. My dimples come forward. Like, thank you very much. Much love to that. There is not a better feeling than knowing when you give your hand out to somebody and they grab it and they climb. You see, they climb like this is one of the most the best feelings that is priceless. Like no money can buy it. No money can buy it. Litecoin. Better watch out, Litecoin people. This is what's going on. There seems to be some type of demand at support, okay? Like the wicks to the upside, this is telling us that the bulls are somewhere on these levels, okay? If we see any daily candle close below this area, yes, we can go all the way down here, very possible. But at the moment, it's looking a bit better. We also have some positive divergence now. What I want to see is price action back above this trend line, okay? If that can happen, next resistance, first resistance is around 102 to 104-ish areas, okay? Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. We had some positive divergence here as well. Good, not bad. 4-hourly. Yeah, like there is no resistance until, you know, $95, $96 on the 4-hourly as well. But let me put it this way, okay? On the 4-hourly, as long as Litecoin is below 97 point, let's just say, you know, around $97, then there is, or 97.15, 97.2, then there is pressure from the bears on the bulls, okay? There is a bit pressure. But this, the daily, I'm liking how the daily is looking, but I'd love some more confirmations, but the daily is looking fine so far, okay? Looks like we have had some sideways action, if I'm not mistaken, from this level to this level, right? That, you know, traders heaven range, right? Traders range right here. We are at resistance on the hourly though. First support on the hourly is around 91.43. Any close below that level, yes, we could pull back down to that purple, you know, dashed line. We are at resistance. If we can see a close, an hourly candle close above 93.45. Next resistance is all the way around 94.6 to 95.6-ish levels, okay? Major resistance on the 4-hourly time frame is all the way here. First one at least. Then after that one, we have another one. Awesomeness. Oh, I can just imagine a lot of people, you know, went short around these levels. You know, it's breaking down, but I understand, you know, it's a bit tricky. Thing is, I've been saying it many days on Discord and here that we're still going sideways. It's still consolidating. Like when we see a daily candle close with strength below this level, yes, it's gonna become a bit more worrisome, okay? Any daily candle close, I'm gonna say again, any daily candle close below 29.120, we could go to the lows of 28,000, okay? On the 4-hourly time frame, any close below 29,400-ish, 29,372, with a bit of strength, yeah, it could pull us to that, you know, loss of 28,000. So I'm just saying, but still, Bitcoin have, like, it's still going sideways. It's still going sideways. I do see some small signs that, you know, bears are exhausted. Like looking at the shorter frames, like bears are exhausted, okay? But daily, it's still going sideways, like we can't say much. Prior weekly candle was a bit horrible. Like pressure from the bears, apparently. I'm almost thinking about a long back to like 34. Yeah, like I understand that. I understand that. I see why one could think of something like that, because yeah, like it's possible that we reach, you know, 30,225, 30,450 is very possible. I mean, look. We have some positive divergence, okay? We have some positive divergence. We have sort of a, you know, reversal signal, sort of. It's not the traditional type, but sort of. So yeah, coming to these levels is possible. Let's zoom in and have a look at the 15-minute chart, Mago's favorite, you know, time frame. Let's have a look at that one. On the 15-minute time frame, guys, we are at resistance. And hold on. Yeah, this is probably gonna come down a little bit more by the looks of things, looking at the 15-minute chart. If we fail to hold around, let's say, this is on the, you know, shorter time frames, okay? If we fail to hold, if we see a close below 29,969-ish, you know, $29,970 on the 15-minute, for example, you know, somewhere on these levels, okay? Then yeah, there is a good chance we could, you know, come a bit lower to at least 29.8-ish, very possible, okay? Because 15 minutes, looking at this, we are at resistance at the moment, guys. Or we hit resistance, right? We're not at it at the moment. Well, we just recently hit it. Yeah, 10 minutes, like that 29,970 level is pretty significant, okay? Yeah, most likely we come down a little bit first. I'm trying to hold myself from going, you know, nuts, because you guys know I love, you know, trading the 1 minute, trading the the lower time frames, but I'm trying to hold myself because we're not gonna open a new discussion right now, but just having a look at it. I just can't help it, okay? I'm just seeing things, and of course I'm gonna do this. Just a habit. Okay. Got some sort of support right around that level on the 1 minute chart. But that one, there is another one right here. Yeah, I don't see anything telling me that beers are out of the question yet. Any closer than 15 minutes is an emotional roller coaster. Yes, I remember those days. I used to feel that way. Yes, yes. So it's still, it could be sometimes, it emotions try to come and, take over. But it comes with experience. At the end, you well, at least not you, okay? But I mean me, I've learned to manage it. I've learned to manage it and just, stay focused and just use TA, just read the chart. Read the chart. Like, let it talk to you. Let it talk to you. Just look at the charts and read in between the lines. Like, I know it's easier said than done, but it comes with experience. It comes with experience. The moment you feel like you're at a pro zone, pro level, then yeah, go ahead, have a look at, the 3 minute, 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever. Like, have a look and, do some paper trades, until you, and be very hard on yourself, no cheating, right? You do some paper trades and you see if this is something for you or not. But yeah, it's like I'd recommend, most people to not, play around with the 1 minute, 3 minutes and so on and so forth. It's better just, to stay around, the 15 minutes and so on and so forth. Like you said, it could be emotionally very, very, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy and it stresses, people out, which is very understandable also. Okay, what's going on? What's going on with Bitcoin? What's going on? Beautiful candle, this one. What are your favorite time frames, guys? Because I've noticed some people have, just, trade certain time frames. Me, you already know about it. Which ones? How about you guys? Which one, like, which do you feel comfortable trading? Which time frame? Yeah, it was just to shake some people, just shake some people. Just went back up to that resistance, and then we'll see what happens. But this one was a beautiful candle. Let's see what happens. Yeah, a lot of people, feel most comfortable with the 4-hourly time frame, actually. I get you, Ralph. That is very, very normal answer. for hourly is safe. Not safe. I mean, you don't have to wait, you know, for days and days and days. Sometimes you do. Sometimes it does happen. You look at the 4 hourly time frame, and then the trade goes on, you know, before it happens or after it happens. It goes on for days, in some cases even a week. But it's different to the daily and the weekly. Weekly can sometimes take up to months. Daily could sometimes take up to weeks. But for hourly, it's like so and so, half. Come on, Bitcoin. You see, even a minute chart takes its time sometimes. Even a minute takes its time sometimes. And it's supposed to be the minute chart, okay? I should have drawn this on Binance. But whatever, it's fine, it's okay, because this is on the index. Okay, I shouldn't be, you know, looking at the 1 minute chart on the index, but let me do this instead. That was my bad. Much better. Okay. Bear's pretty much still in control on the 1 minute time frame. We're about to call it a show for today, guys. If there are no other requests, we're just gonna have a look at the minute time frame and then we'll call it a show. And I'll be back as usual tomorrow. I'm gonna be talking to our guest, making a schedule for, you know, with him, and decide when this week or, you know, whenever it is gonna be. After that, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be a fun stream, a fun stream. Is you think the 1 minute is not rackling? Try binary trading in the seconds. I don't know how people could do that. That's pretty much gambling. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. But those who do, Mago, they are pros. Those who do it and actually can make, you know, decent, you know, trades, they are pros. They are pros. We have to give it to them. But those who are just, you know, trying to flex and getting wrecked, they should, you know, probably just, you know, stick to the 15-minute chart, you know, 10-minute chart. But those who trade the 30-second, the 1 second, and so on and so forth, they are pros. They are pros. When I'm looking at the 1 minute, you know, chart, some people call me a pro, and then I go like, nope, I'm not a pro. You know why? Because those who trade the 30-second charts, they are complete pros. I think there is, like, you can, you know, trade up to, if I'm not mistaken, where is it? Hold on. You can trade the 1 second, 5 second, 10 second, 15 second, 30 second. I've had a look at the 30 second and I was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna stick to the 1 minute. You know, I'm comfortable with the 1 minute, but 30 seconds, that's a whole other level of something else. We're slowly getting closer to that R2 monthly. Slowly getting closer to that level. Uh-oh. Negative divergence showing. Developing. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at this. As long as it's above this level, I guess it's still fine. So if it pulls back to this area, it's still fine. Like, as long as we do not see a close below $190. But if that happens, like, next support is somewhere on these levels, okay? Cool. So around 190-ish. If that doesn't hold, any daily candle close below that level. Next one could be this. But believe me, we're still developing, you know, some positive divergence after all this move. There's nothing telling us that the bulls are exhausted yet, looking at the weekly. Ooh. If it closes anything like this in 12 days, yeah, I'd be a bit cautious, just a little bit cautious, right? On the weekly, this is some type of resistance it is at. And then we got another resistance on the weekly before the monthly. that is up here. Okay, we're getting close to that next resistance. This support held. Broke above this resistance. Looks like we're heading towards the next one. And I don't see any signs of bulls being exhausted. We're looking at the 1 minute chart, okay? No signs of that yet. So we could probably go to 30,021 or 23 and then, you know, see some type of a pullback. And I'm talking about the 1 minute chart still. 1 minute chart. Our candle close seemed fine, pretty strong. Look at that. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Dumpity dump. Oh. Oh, Lord. Did you guys see that? Did you guys just see what happened? We didn't even get to that resistance. Okay, we have to be flexible. This is when you have to be flexible again. But did you see that dump? This 1 minute, so it looks horrible, but it's not that horrible, okay? We're just talking about what? $30, right? It's not that bad. It just looks bad looking at it. Let's see if this support holds. Dumpity dump. Yeah, this is what I try to remind myself. Be flexible. I was talking about, you know, this level. But if you zoom out, we were close. We were close. We gotta be a bit flexible, right? We're close to that support area at the moment. Let's see what happens. Yep, looks like it's gonna continue a little bit more, a little bit more. What do they say in Spanish? Un poquito, right? Something like that, a little bit more. We've been live for 2 hours, a bit over 2 hours, guys. Okay, not a bit over 2 hours. I thought so, but okay, almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. It's fine. Which means we have to call it a show. And damn you, YouTube, keep on giving me heads up and warnings and whatnot. Why don't they try to find channels that actually are, you know, misusing their, their platforms, instead of going after the people who are not and just trying to do some educational content, you know? Very weird. Very weird. So yeah, friends, lovely people, beautiful people. As I was saying, we've been live for almost 2 hours. It's been an awesome, awesome show. Ralph, thank you for keeping things straight with the notes and everything. And glad to see all of you OGs, you know, back to usual. It's been a nice one, as usual. Looks like something is going on at support, but never mind that now. Thank you all for, you know, joining the streams, you know, watching the recorded, you know, streams and so on and so forth. I appreciate all your love, your kind words, your contributions, and everything else in between. And yeah, as usual, if you find the streams to be entertaining, educational, and all that of the above, please do consider, you know, liking, subscribing, hitting that, you know, bell just to be notified in time, joining the Discord community, because that's where the action is when the streams are offline, right? When I'm not, you know, online. And yeah, for those of you who want to show, you know, your support and join the Striker Patreon community, it's also on the link below. And until then, until next time, take care, stay safe, trade safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.